Hello, and welcome to another episode with me, Shadow Up. Today, I will be talking about Kamen Rider CO episode 9 and 10, which is Kamen Rider O's and X8 crossover. Well, it's more of Kamen Rider Genom, but close enough. Also, today I'm recording is 17th of November. Just saying, the reason this may be out of place when I'm releasing the episodes is that I might be rearranging the order or just popping them in just in the middle. And basically, this episode came out just before the right timing, so I'll be taking a look into Genom Master 2016 and Hawk, Tiger, and Grasshopper 2010. So basically, we see Angie and Hannah is back in this episode, which is pretty amazing. Okay, I wouldn't go into synopsis or go through the episode just because it's a spoiler territory, and I'm gonna spoil it either way. But if I say out when I'm thinking about it, discussing about it, it'll be more confusing than actually explain things, which it's domino effect. Basically, in Kamen Rider CO, Wazzy, who's introduced the episode, is still pretty good. Also, it's pretty good, and then it's one of the first times that a rider from the past series becomes another rider, which is Kamen Rider Genom, who becomes another rider O's, which is I'm gonna go on later on. And also, there's a good use of the greed coins things from Kamen Rider O's in these two episodes, where Dan just throws into the person and becomes his minion, which is pretty interesting. And I'm still getting used to do Kamen Rider Gates wizard form, which I don't particularly like. So basically, his design for another O's is pretty much look like a villain from Kamen Rider O's. It actually looks like one, as if you compare it to Anik and Eva. Yes, I watched Kamen Rider O's recently. Yeah, it sounds like it. And on the back, there's the year 20. It's written 2010, but the crack on the zero one of the series looked like 2016. Which is a good nod to both Kamen Rider Genom and Kamen Rider O's. Genom is power of X8 if you haven't heard. Okay, by Hawk Candroid, I still call it Candroid, or is in this instance Ride Watch. It's actually an interesting design because it's based on one of the Candroid from Kamen Rider O's. I was hoping for the crossover they would have something similar, which never happened. So basically, using the right watch, using the right watch to discover which year is actually pretty good. If you compare the build, yes, I'm comparing him to Sento. It's much better because on the full bottle, it's written on the top of what's the best match, best combination, which Sento apparently did not ignore it. While in here, it's another story. Gates actually look on it and find the time. But I'm going to move on from there. Also, that dough thing, because it is from the Purple Greed, from O's. Yes, I'm not gonna spoil that much too from O's. It's pretty much one of the support characters, even though it's just a doll. It's really a good nod to O's. Also, then referencing zombies is actually pretty good, as it is a reference to him being dangerous zombie. Using the dangerous zombie gadget during Kamen Rider X8 run, which is pretty amazing. Okay. Also, Suga is actually putting up a good act. When I first feel it is pretty confusing. Moving on, we find out Angie is actually a politician now, which is a good twist because this is a bit of a spoiler territory. In the main series, it was revealed the reason Angie becomes like this traveling the world is that he actually was trying to save a African girl which were part of the Civil War. The downside is that tribe he's saving died and he become caught by the enemy. Eventually he was paid, and when he was about to be airlifted he was forced to do it against his will, and eventually Kamen Birth, I wouldn't explain who it is, but I would say it's a secondary writer, explains in around episode 30 to 40 of Kamen OOO that one of the reason is his family, his parents is part of the politicians, which is his high status. So this causes him to upset, and eventually O's happen. But in this timeline, O's didn't happen, and eventually become a politician. He still cares about underwears. Hehe, stuff. Doesn't get old. Some characters continue to keep their personality, like Hannah, which is super strong. Let's go explain it. Also, moving on to the next episode, which is Hawk, Tiger, and Grasshopper 2010. And also, before we move on, I completely forgot about two things. Gundam Master 2016, the name of the title, is reference to Game Masters. Like that, a convention in Melbourne of many years ago. As I wanted reference, this one is actually referencing to Kamen Rider Gundam. So, moving on. And Hawk, Tiger, and Grasshopper 2010 is a reference to Kamen Rider O's jingle song, Taka Pata Bata Da Boba Da Bada Da Boba. I'm certain I might trigger some of my Japanese audience if there's any in there. We also see the future tech as we move on into the episode. Is the future tech actually heals people pretty fast, which is pretty good, and I may or may not be fidgeting a fidget spinner either. Also, we get two ride watch. One is Kamen Rider O's, which is pretty standard, and the next one is Anik or Tadador ride watch. Basically, it's a reference to Anik, who is one of the main characters for the series, and is one of the, I will not explain, but Anik and Angie become close friends. Also, who is I can't read that. I'm just looking at notes I took down, so I apologize for that. We also see Kiva Doggo as a time jacket machine. This is the second time we see a time jacket machine. The first one is from a few episodes ago from Kamen Rider Ghost, which is Captain Ghost. I wouldn't explain who you operated. Next one I'm thinking it might be from Kamen Rider Black RX, but it's not possible. But that's a line because it's so you can argue it should be in Heisei, but it's actually in Showa era. But going on, the Kamen Rider Denliner is another one into the mind, but it's too close. There's maybe no, not Capital. Oh, Hibiki is another one, but I'm just speculating with that one. And the transformation of Time Machine and Kamen Rider O's is pretty interesting. Time Machine is actually the first time which I got it slightly, but Kamen Rider O's is one of the better ones. Because in earlier ones, what I was watching, the Kamen Rider build, it would Exade, and a few others I actually didn't like. Some of the few ones I actually do like because it's actually truly referencing what's the original transformation like for Kamen Rider. There's still the animals jumping. That is still unique, but the combination of them is like Kamen Rider O's three metals combined. Kamen Rider Force, It Rock theme is still not good reference. Kamen Rider Wizard in a different way. It still works because the magic portal goes through him. I'm going to skip Kamen because it's coming out this Sunday, which is 18th of November over here, and Drive if onwards it doesn't reference that much of the series of transformation. It does, I think, but not exactly. Just Drive in some way it is, but not really. Ghost, no. Exade, sorta, but no. Actually, no. Exade build, no. Most of them, the closest thing they have is actually in the background. What they have, like a gazette or something, unread thing at this point, which I'm nearly in the end. Also, the Japan game show posters in the background is a really good reference to MU, who actually in that competition in 2010, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen XA for a while, where he eventually become a medic and stuff. Also, which is also there's the door in the background, as I said, which is both a good reference to Exade and O's. Also, another good reference to O's is Happy Birthday, which one of the characters says a lot in O's. To be fair, it was Kamen Rider Anniversary then, but when I first viewed Kamen Rider O's, I don't like it, but now I don't mind it. And the last bit, I actually enjoy it because it actually opens the door to new possibilities, as Kamen Rider Gates leaves the Team CO, which we would find out in later episodes. Also, okay, that should be it. Next week episode, the next week it goes something. It might be the Christmas special, and before this one is the Arrowverse stuff, which I normally put 2 weeks between, but this one, because I recorded at a weird timing, I would put it in right now. Oh, and I'm actually on holidays by the time of this recording, as I'm traveling into the States and Hong Kong. Sad news is I won't see you there anytime because of reasons I'm not gonna explain. Either way, I would be somewhere else for entire December, which would be mainly filled with, let's say, podcasts. It would continue on throughout January, I'm assuming, because, well, there's a short film that I made in school, but I had to change names and stuff, so it's already on, but it's not going to air till January next year. Either way, I'm just ranting at this point, so I would see you later at the next episode review podcast. Shadow Wizard out. If you like this episode, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell button, and also comment in the section below of what I could improve on, as these are like episode 20, I think? No, 10, I think. I recorded about 10 at this point, and I still have next to no comments. Well, other than the, Ron is a gay comments. Please don't put it in there. It's not useful, and you're just being a butt. I'm not gonna. I could go on a rant with that too, but no. I hope to see you later at the next episode. Shadow with the outro.